Hi everyone, it's Judy. Welcome back to Rose Lane. First, I want to say hello to all my subscribers, my old ones, or I don't want to say my old ones, but the ones who have been faithful over these last several months. Thank you to you, and thank you to all the new subscribers as well. I hope you enjoy coming along and crafting with me, and we are moving on to another project right now. The French rabbit journal is almost done, and I am going to finish that probably off camera, and I will film a flip through. However, oh, look at that, I said film. Showing my age. I will film video, a flip through of that as well, but not until it gets to its home will I actually post it. So it's probably going to be a few weeks before you see the video of that finished product. In the meantime, we're going to be going on to other projects that I had gotten started. And this one is sort of, I would guess, I would want to say a guest design team project for Nathalie at LineDotArrow. Nathalie is the winner of my first prize for my 1,000 subby giveaway, which happened last November. And in December, Nathalie asked me if I would do a design team project for her. Since then, she has developed a design team. So I'm more like, I would assume, I'm going to assume that it's more like a guest thing. This is kind of a one-shot deal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sort of, I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know if you want to call it a folio or a lap book or whatever it's going to be. But what I've got, and I'm going to just kind of shove this one out of the way. Well, sort of shove this one out of the way. This is all the components. I got this ready for one piece of the book, which is going to be this one. And this is going to go here. And I know this is going to go off camera. And that's going to go here. And then there's going to be two pieces in between. So this piece, you'll probably be seeing, will flip in. And this is going to have another paper on the back. This piece will flip in. And then this will close like that. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to make... How come every time I get on camera, my nose starts to run? I'm going to make the spines of fabric. They're not going to be hard at all. They're going to be fabric so that this can flip this way or it can flip that way. However it is you want to flip it, you can stack them all on top of each other and expose different parts or open it up however you want to do that. Now that's my first time going to try this, so this should be interesting. But in any case, I'm going to put these guys to the side. And I'm going to get up and grab a tissue because I don't know why my nose is running all of a sudden. Okay, put that over there. So this is what we're going to do with this one. And I have not inked, I've inked the edge of the paper just slightly. I have not inked, and pay no attention to the numbers, it's useless now. I haven't inked the edge of this one yet because I find that once I put the paper on and I ink, for some reason, and I don't know why, if I just go around the edge, it leaves a very slight, I'll show you on this one, it leaves sort of a lighter spot from the edge, and I think it has something to do with just the fact that this is raised even paper thin, and I kind of like that. It kind of helps me, it's kind of like a guide for me. So this is what we're going to do today. I'm going to put this piece down last once I'm finished, but this is going to go in here. There'll be a piece of washi that goes here, and I'm going to get some sort of a corner. I'm not sure yet what I want. I've kind of looked through, but I'm not sure yet what I want to put here. And then this is going to be down like this, and this will come up, and it'll be able to flip back, and you still have a place down here to, you know, put photos or whatever it is you might want to do. But in any case, what we're going to do first is we are going to take this, and actually I can put this down, so I think I will do that. Let me get this down. When I do this in big pieces, for me anyway, this is the way I want up, yes. I do like half, and then I put it down, and then I do like the other half, because I find that my ink just, my glue just dries out too quickly for me, particularly if I'm using the art glitter glue. But I'm going to use this because, like I said, I think I like the art glitter glue. I can use it for small things or things that I want to really stick immediately. But I like this for a couple of reasons. One, because especially when you're going to try to position it carefully down on something, you want that minute, see, to be able to move it and kind of get it where you want it to be. So that looks pretty good. The other thing is, I think I have my, yes I do, I find that it seems to dry smoother to me. You know, when I come back and I feel it later, I can't really feel the glue lines quite like I can with the art glitter glue, and that may have something to do actually with the point, you know, with the nozzle that I use on the art glitter glue. You know, maybe it makes kind of a too fine of a line or something. I don't know if that even makes sense, but in any case, okay, I'm gonna just flip this over, and then I'm gonna get the rest of this. So I'm gonna put it around the edges first here. Okay. I'm going to put a line down in here to make sure that I get everything. And then I'm just going to come back and forth across here. So this is late, actually, Friday night for me. I was working down here trying to get all these pieces together so the video wouldn't take too long as we sort of constructed this together, and we chatted for a little while. So that's not going to take, you know, I hope it's not going to take too long to put this together. So at least this piece. I'm going to be doing more tomorrow. Now this will be posted right after I finish it, and after I, you know, finish putting this piece together. This video will go up. Tomorrow I'm going to try to do a couple more videos, but I'm going to try to have them go up Wednesday and then next Saturday, because as you are aware, my husband is going to be having surgery and I'm going to be out of town, and it's going to be real hard to do any filming. So we're not going to worry about that right now. So that's what we're going to do here. Okay, now I have these little guys. Now I'm going to glue these on, and then I'm going to decide which way I want them to flap. So let's get these glued down. These I made out of envelopes, which I just cut down. I cut them to size, you know, however wide I wanted them, and so they're three different widths for these pockets. And then I cut the end a little bit. I'll just show you real quick. I just cut it down and, you know, just clipped in and in, and then I trimmed that part and left the flap so that I can make a flap for the, ooh, I'm putting it on the wrong way. That's not the part I want. I want this part. So I'm going to hold this up because now I've got glue on the back. Ooh, that came out pretty good. Of course, I'm putting my fingers in the glue on the back. All right, but that's okay. I'm just going to kind of smooth it out a little bit until I get the other piece on. And I'm just using a paper towel because this is what happens when I organize. I can't find what I've done with my wipes. I'm not completely organized yet. So, and that's going to be a little while. Like I said, I think I said in my last video, I'm just going to kind of rub this glue off over here. I think I said in my last video, I intend to work a little on journals and organize a little, and work a little and organize a little, and work a little and organize a little. And it's very possible as I work a little, I may find that I can organize a little bit better, because if I find something that I'm using, I'll find a way to put it away. And that's my deal. I am going to try a system that I've kind of tentatively, I think that's the right word. It's late. And see if I can make it work for me, where I was trying to think of what I could do to keep the mess on my desk while I was working to a minimum. And what I came up with, which I haven't tried yet, because my desk is still a mess, I have to clean it up from some of the stuff that I've been doing. So what I want to do, I was trying to figure out what I could possibly hold the paper that I'm working with in, so it stops going all over the place. And I decided that, I'm just going to put that one over here, I decided that I wanted to try to make sort of trays, individual trays. One tray would be for the decorative paper, for the digitals or whatever, decorative paper that I'm using. One tray would be for the tea and or coffee stained paper that I would be using. And then another box or tray would be for the cardstock, any cardstock I might be using. So that was sort of my plan. So I'm hoping I'm in camera here. Let me move up a little bit. So that was my plan, to try to do that. The question was, what was I going to use as containers? And the other day I was rummaging through my husband's office at work, looking for Pendaflex folders for my office, because I was reorganizing that, because I just had it painted. I think I told you about that. And so I was rummaging through and I was looking for Pendaflex folders, and I looked at the file folder boxes and I thought, oh my gosh, that's perfect. It's the perfect size. I know it would fit the paper. It's not too high. They're only, about that high, which is awesome. I didn't want them real deep, because I wanted to be able to reach, see into them and reach into them, so that I could get out whatever it was I was looking for. So my projects I have, and I'll show you one as soon as I get this glued down. I'll kind of give you an idea about what I'm trying to do to get myself organized with this stuff. So my projects, the paper I have, okay, let me just put this over here. That's pretty good. That's that one. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, let's see here. All right. Well, you know what? Let me get a different one, because I don't want to show you that one yet. Ah! I'm trying to get one that has, okay, I'm going to have to show you that one. Okay, because this is the way I've got it. I've got these plastic folders, and I know you're probably getting some glare, and I'm kind of sorry for that. I can't, okay, there, that's better. Looking at it through the camera. So I put the papers in here, if they're journal papers, and then if there's ephemera, I'm just going to stick that back because it's glary, I have them in envelopes like this. When I cut it apart, I have them in the envelopes. Either this kind or this kind, okay? This kind of an envelope. And they go in here, and they're in a little bin that stands over to my side, and what I do is they get stored this way, and I have a little tag on them that tells me what the project is. So that's that. And that's over here to my right. As I work with it then, right in front of that will be these three, oh, I didn't put that back, will be these three trays that I'm going to make out of the file folder boxes. And that will hold the paper as I work with it and divide it into whatever it is. So that is my plan. I originally had them in, and let me show you one of those, hang on. They're back here behind me. I keep them in banker's boxes or the boxes that you get from copy paper. I have access to all of this, you see. So I make them like this. They're in alphabetical order. So I have Artie Mae's, and then this one is the Bee Garden. So I have everything in here. This one has yet to go into an envelope, but that's what I have. So they're done, and they're behind me in these boxes. When I decide that I'm going to do this as a project, this will come forward. The file will stay back there, the file folder, but this will come forward and go into one of those plastic folders in my next queue to work. I'm going to put this back. Okay. So, oh, I dropped my paper down here. Get that off the floor. Okay. So that's kind of my thought and my idea. I think I might have just moved my camera, but I don't know. In trying to have a flow, because most of the time I will print my, this goes here. Most of the time when I buy a digital, I will print it pretty much right away. And the reason why is because if I don't, I'll forget. And then I'll forget I have it. So I honestly have so many digitals. It's unbelievable. Honestly, with everything that I have printed, if I didn't buy another digital starting today, which is not likely, if I didn't buy another digital with everything I have printed, I could probably make journals for a year or more. So, yeah, I think I have a problem. But anyway, my husband would definitely say I have a problem. But, so that is kind of, you know, the idea behind that. So I have those printed behind me. What's neat for me about keeping them in the banker's boxes or the copy paper boxes is because when I move, which I do often, all I have to do, I have them open and they're sitting in their lid. So all I have to do is take the lid from underneath the box, put it on top, and they can go in the moving van. So that does pretty well for me. If the boxes get a little banged up, I just get new boxes. They're not that expensive. So it really isn't too bad. And for me right now, that works. Like I said, I don't have anything fancy. I pick up most of my stuff either from thrift stores or, you know, people giving stuff away, things that I've just kind of, you know, pulled together over this last, I don't know, year and a half, I guess, since that doesn't want to go down, since I've been trying to, you know, accumulate stuff for actually doing this hobby. As if I didn't have enough hobbies. But, nonetheless, this is why I love that glue. You can just slide it where you need it to go. You get a minute to play. So anyway, I wish I knew what I did with my my little wipes. Don't know what I did with my wipes. They'll turn up. They're somewhere in this mess. But anyhow, I just want to make sure I didn't glue this closed because I felt like I might have. Okay. So this is what we have here. So anyway, so that's sort of my quick little rundown about what I think I would want to do. Yeah, I think I want to do them this way. I think so. I think so. Yeah. I think I like that. That's good. That's very good. So here's the trick. I like them there, so now I have to flip them over and try to not move them while I glue them down. And this one I think I'm going to use the art glitter glue for. And now, I don't know what's with this art glitter glue. I just opened a new bottle and it's like water. I don't quite understand. It just, I squeezed my my bottle to glue in the paper in these other envelopes, which you'll see in a minute, and it just oozed, it didn't ooze out, it shot out. I mean, it's making these gigantic puddles. It's really like too much. So I'm not sure what's going on with it. It's art glitter glue. It's, unless somebody did a knockoff of it or something, I don't know, but it's pretty messy right now. Well, it's holding, but it just is kind of messy. So, okay, so we have that down. And I'm going to have to, give me 1 second, because this is getting on my fingers. I have my little spray bottle of water here, since I can't find my wipes. And I'll just do that, try to clean some of this off, because I am a mess. Okay, that's a little bit better, because I'm watching it all roll off my fingers here. All right, not too bad. Okay, put that back over there. And then we're going to take these guys. So right now, this is what we have here so far. We have these little flip pockets. And I think what I'm going to do, this is still showing glue. There, okay. And when this dries, I'm going to see if I can't get a little bit of ink in there, though I know it doesn't really like to stick to that. I know what I didn't do is I didn't cut paper for this, but that's okay. We can do that in a minute. So these are envelopes, and these are going to go on this way. So let me move this to the side. We're going to work on this for a minute. Get my glue. We'll do half the paper, and this one I do have to make sure goes on right. Yes. Yes. Okay. So I will glue half. So anyway, so that is sort of my plan with trying to keep myself a little bit more organized in how I'm working. And like I said, I have that plastic bin, if you had seen one of my previous videos, that I collect then buttons or charms or ribbon, whichever one I think is, you know, that I think will match it. That's right. You know, match what I'm doing, you know, and that kind of a thing. And I throw all of the things that I think that I want to use in there. And I can, it also has a lid that it sits on. And I actually use the box upside down. It's meant to go the other way, but with the shallow part on the bottom, sort of like a butter dish would be, with the shallower part on the bottom and then the higher part, you know, the deeper part on the top for the lid, excuse me. I'm sorry. And so, but I flip it around and I use the deeper part to hold all my bits and pieces, and then I can just put the cover, technically, on top of it if I just want to kind of cover it up and, you know, keep it contained and safe, or, you know, whatever. So that's sort of that. So that's going to go on like that. Then we're going to glue this pocket on, which I think, well, I'm in for $1 and for $10, right? I don't think that's how the saying goes, but okay. Here we go. Get more on this side. We'll glue these guys down. So I cannot recall the name of this. I think I'm actually using 2 of her kits. So I have to go back and look and see which ones that I actually did get from her. It's in my computer, because when I download my digitals, I actually download them to flash drives. So, yeah, that's fine. So I download them to flash drives, and I have everything is in alphabetical order. So whoever the designer is, whoever their their Etsy shop name is, like this is LineDotArrow or Artie Mays, or whoever else I may be using, my porch prints, whatever it might be, and then I create a file for each one of the digitals underneath the designer's name, the Etsy shop name. So that's how I keep my digitals organized in my computer. And let's just say this, I have 265, is it 60 or 64 gigabyte? I'm not a techie, so if I'm wrong about some of these things, but I think that's what it is. I think it says 64 GB on the thing. And both of them, I actually had one and I had filled it. It wouldn't take any more digitals. So I got another one and I split it in half, split my digitals in half alphabetically. So A to L is on one and M to Z is on another. Make sure I'm doing this right. Yes. So yeah, so that's how I keep my digitals technically. I keep them really on the flash drive, and I don't fill up my hard drive in my computer with them. And my hope is, oh, I should actually pull that down a little further, I think. Let's see if I can get that puppy to pull down. Ooh, maybe not. Okay, no, I'm not going to try, because I'll rip the paper. It's just going to be off a little. I'll figure something out. We'll put a little lace on the bottom of it or something. Can always cover the mistakes, or the misjudgings. Let's not call them mistakes, just the misjudgings. So anyway, so that's how I organize all my digitals in my computer. And then, like I said, for the most part, pretty much all the time, I will print them out, because if I don't, I will forget what I have. And I can't tell you, honestly, even in that, how many times I have forgotten that I bought a digital, and I have bought them twice. Sometimes I check and I find it, and sometimes I check and I don't. And then when I go to save it, it's like, no, do you want to replace the old file with this one? I'm like, what old file? It's like, okay, I did it again. So, well, what can you do? All right, so let's get this one done. Okay, get this one glued. So I am keeping this kind of light. Even though this is just copy paper, I will reinforce the edge by putting lace, a thin thing of lace on it. And that will keep this from tearing. And it keeps it pretty sturdy, because then it's, it's folded and glued all the way around. And the glue, reinforces the paper as well. So it shouldn't be an issue with it tearing. Let me try to get this, and I am now going to have to, I just cut that one crooked, I think is what I did. All right, I want that in a little bit. I want you here. I think over just a smidge more. Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to match it as best as I can. So we have that. And then this is going to go this way, which I've already lined this inside. So I'm going to put this here. And I've got these little, envelope's just a little bit longer because I rounded this. So all I'm going to do is just snip that off, and then I'll re-ink the edges. So so we've got that in here as tight as we can get it. Let's get some glue on that. I just refilled this bottle. It was mostly full when I started, so I'm going to try not to move this, but I may, which is one of the reasons, you know, I may accidentally move it. So it's one of the reasons why I'm using the 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac. Honestly, I don't know what the difference is. They smell the same. They seem to work the same. I don't know exactly what the difference is, but apparently there's something that's different. So we'll pull that in, and that's nice and tight. This is the glue on my fingers as I'm rubbing because I have ink on my fingers. Okay, so we have that one. Then we're going to put this one on this side. We want to make sure we have them lined up. Okay, we'll flip that over and then get the glue in here as I let it come down. Okay, put it right along in there. And this is not quite, I think, where I want it to be. Now let me just check, even though, yeah, that's okay. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, now I gotta wait for the bubble again. It's the bubble. Every time I see that bubble, it reminds me of when I was a kid. I don't think that they make the shampoo anymore. It was called Prel, and it was this emerald green color. It had a fake pearl inside. Of course, I thought it was a real pearl. And it was to demonstrate how thick the shampoo was. It was nice and thick and luxurious. You know, it was kind of like a green gel. And you could turn the bottle, you know, upside down and right side up and watch the pearl go up and down inside the bottle. So when I see this bubble in here, that's what it in this glue, that's kind of what it reminds me of. Okay, so that's what we have here, like that. And now I'm just going to take, I think I'm going to take these scissors, and I'm just going to snip that little corner, and I'll snip it here, and I'll snip this one over here. This one's a little bit thicker because of the other envelopes underneath it, and snip that there, and get my ink, and we'll just fix those corners like that. And then I'm going to go around and ink on the outside of this here. Oh, you know what? I'm doing it again. I really should get new sponges. Here, look at something pretty. We'll put something pretty here. You can admire her pretty papers while I try to ink around the edges of this a little bit. I'm going to do it over my garbage can so that it's not so messy. Okay, let's see if I can get, I don't think it's going to wanna, well, maybe not yet. We'll try it again later. I'm trying to get in the seam. The one is not bad because it's pretty much dry, but the other one, because I just put it on, is not happy about taking ink yet. Okay, so we're back here with this. So it's probably been pretty long. Let me check. Well, it's been about half an hour, a little over half hour. But anyway, this is what is going to be with the first page. So this is going to have, let's see if I can find some. I haven't made them into tags yet, but we're going to put, did I glue you down? There we go. We'll get some lace on here. But we can put a tag in the pocket and a tag in the pocket. This one's got to open so that I can actually get that one in. Come on, you can do it. This is not made into tags yet, so it's fighting me. Though it may, let me find my, I may have glued it a little bit. That was part of the problem. Okay. So that one would go, oh, I have another one in here. So that one can go there like that, and that one can go like that. And there's some other small tags or these little coin things, which I haven't done yet, and they can go in. You know, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do this yet, but we'll be making tags for that. I'll probably make some sort of a closure of some kind, and then when you open it this way, you have a spot for a tag here, which you could put a tag in here this way, and then probably what I would do is just take these same tags and I would cut them down so they would go in, you know, go in that way. I wouldn't keep them, I don't think I'd keep them all long. Might, but I'll probably cut tags or make new tags so that I don't wreck these pretty flowers and cut them off. But that's what we're going to do with these, and then they flip open that way. And I may do something else on the backs here. I'm not sure. Let me get this guy out. I still have to do paper on these things, which I'll look for that in a minute. I want to find what I did with, here it is. I'm going to put this on. I don't know which side I like better. Up. I think I like this one better up. So I'm going to put that on. I'm just going to go over here and find myself some washi. And I'm just going to put the washi across here, which I do always reinforce with glue. Let me see. What do I think about? What about trying to pull all of these out? I don't know. They're not knocking my socks off, as it were. Okay, let me see. What do I think? What do I think? Let's get you over here. You want anything that thin? Let's see. Oh, what about this guy? Or what else? What else? What else? What? Ooh, maybe this one? Oh yeah, that's the one. Okay, let me just find the end now. Here we are. Here is the end. I'm gonna just give it a rough tear there. And I think about here. And I'm gonna put a little art glitter glue on it if I can get that. Some near the ends. I'm trying not to get my little cover in the way. And we'll put that here like that. And this glue is driving me nuts. Okay. There we go. Okay. And now I just have to come up with something that I can kind of tuck it in. I mean, I may not even bother. I may just leave it. I may just leave it like that. It's probably okay that way. All right, so let me pull out some more of these papers and see what I have that I could use to do I don't know about that. I know I'm going to have to print more pages because I didn't quite have, I don't quite have enough as much as I printed. I don't know. I'm kind of looking for something. What about this one? Yeah. I think this was going to be a different one, but I decided against making it as large as I thought. So let me put that back over there. And I think I will end up, but here's the rub with this fella. If I do that and bring it back here, that leaves that open. I think I'm gonna wait for that, because I think I'm gonna print. I think I'm gonna try to print. This is something she has, that she's made her these envelopes out of. I don't believe she had a paper like that in the kit, so I'll have to look. But anyway, this is the first one of the 4 pieces, and like I said, I have to finish this off, and I'm not sure what I'm going to put in here. Maybe I'll put a bunch of different little ephemera pieces. I may do something different now that I'm thinking about it. Though I didn't make that, because I'm thinking maybe I would cut this way, perhaps. These are little pieces of glue that are coming off of my fingers. I only put the paper, you can see, just down so far, but I can put more paper in. That really would not be an issue. I'm thinking maybe I would cut it sort of like a semicircle, almost like, and then maybe, you know, tuck ephemera sideways in it. I'm thinking, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what we come up with. But so this is the piece so far, with these, and then, like I said, this you can write on. You can flip it up and write on the other side. You could put photographs down here, depending. I may even put another pocket across here, and you know, have some ephemera that can go in here as well, though of course you'd have to remove it if you want to write on this, but nonetheless. So anyway, that is what I've gotten so far, and like I said, we will continue on with the rest of this project in the next few days, and I will try to get it all so that I can finish, I hope, this weekend, the 2 videos that will go up for next Wednesday, I don't know what day it is, the 10th, and next Saturday, the 13th. So I'll at least have those 2, I hope. I still will be in New Jersey for the following Wednesday. So if I'm lucky, maybe I can get 3 videos or even 4 videos done over this weekend, and then I will have enough up for the next 2 weeks, even though I won't actually be here doing it at those times. But it will it'll keep me out there with you guys and keep me chatting with you guys, and you can watch the progress of this as I go along. And in the background, like I said, I'm gonna finish up that French rabbit journal for its new owner and get a flip through done, and then when the new owner gets it, then I will put up the flip through on the video. So we're moving right along, and I've got projects just staring at me waiting to get done. But in the meantime, everybody have a wonderful weekend. Be blessed, be safe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.